said. But the question is, what if you constantly apply for a credit union personal loan and your ass is rejected? You got to have a backup plan, right? Because the thing here is that some credit unions will pull Equifax, while others will pull Experian and TransUnion. But in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about credit unions that pull Equifax for large personal loans. So if your ass is rejected for a loan that pulls TransUnion or Experian, at least you have a chance to try a credit union that pulls Equifax. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation, I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about credit unions that pull Equifax for large personal loans. Number 10, we have SDCCU. Our score, 6.3 over 10. One thing we love with SDCCU is that if you are in San Diego County or in California or around that geography, this credit union must be good for you. Okay, what we love is that their loans are kind of cool. You can borrow up to $10,000, okay, and using your signature as collateral. The cool thing is that they have a signature loan, but they also have a class cash loan. One thing we love about SDCCU is their customer service. Oh boy, fantastic. They will get back to you. They will follow up on you if you have any question. They will answer all the questions that you have. They really have an impeccable customer service, okay? But we think that the loan amount is kind of limited. So we're talking about $10,000, okay? So if you're not looking for anything big, you might want to consider SDCCU, and you might qualify for membership in this credit union, even if you don't live in San Diego County, okay? Just give them a call and explain to them your situation. You can use the cash for car repairs, medical bills, or anything else. So they're really flexible with the use of loan proceeds. So SDCCU, 6.3 over 10. Number 9, we have NIH FCU. Our score, 6.8 over 10. So what we love with NIH FCU is the fact that the loan amounts are kind of consequential. So we're talking about $50,000. This is really good, boss. Do you hear that? 50 grand. And they have terms of 36, 48, or 60 months. So this is really good. And what we love with NIH FCU is there is skip a payment option. So you actually have the option to skip a payment every 12 months. Okay. Of course, if you have been good with your payment history, okay, you can use the cash for a lot of things. Debt consolidation, home repairs, major household purchases, okay, educational expenses. If you have a family event, a wedding, or if you have an unplanned emergency, they'll take care of you. And the APR is kind of decent. It starts at 5.99%. And NIH FCU is really great for fast loan disbursements. Okay. In terms of customer service, they can do a lot of work to improve that. It's not really that bad, but it's not really that great either. Okay. Number 8, we have Highway. Our score, 7.1 over 10. One thing we love with Highway is their user friendliness. Whether you apply online or you apply over the phone or you go to a branch, they make things really very easy for you. The paperwork is very easy, nothing complicated. Somebody will work with you if you have questions, okay? And here we are speaking about an unsecured loan, okay? The rates start at 7.74%. Think about that, okay? And 36 months, that's the tenor of this loan. And you pick the term and amount, and they will provide you with affordable fixed rates on personal loans that can be used for personal line of credit. By the way, you can pick the amount, but there is an unwritten rule that the maximum here is $500,000. So $500,000, that's how high they can go. You can use the personal loan for debt consolidation. You can use it as a personal line of credit to purchase computers, job relocation, tax payments, overdraft protection, any good reason, boss, that you have to get this loan, not a problem. Okay, so they have an online application process that is really great. I said this before, very user friendly, which is really great. And Chief, what I love with this is that they have a fast turnaround. So they have a fast turnaround. You are talking about two days maximum. Okay, 2 days maximum. If you have all the right paperwork, they will get back to you ASAP. Number 7, we have Credit Human CU. Our score 7.8 over 10. What we love with Credit Human is that they offer a lot of they have a diverse offer. Okay, 7.8 over 10, and we love the fact that they will offer you their signature loan. You can borrow as little as $500, and it can go all the way to $100,000. Okay, you have fixed competitive rates, and you have terms up to 60 months. So that's the first thing they have. They have the signature loan. They also have the line of credit that you might qualify for. So you basically can borrow anytime up to your pre-approved limit. You have a low monthly payment, and you have an overdraft protection. That option is also available. So for the line of credit, we are speaking about $50,000 also. And they have the Q Money loan. This is kind of their emergency loan. If you have been a member of this credit union for a while and you have an emergency, you don't have to bring your ass to an alternative or payday loan provider. You can just talk to a Credit Human and they'll take care of you. Here you can borrow from $200 to $500, no credit check, and you have 60 days to repay the loan. Number 6, we have Fairwinds. Our score 8 over 10. What we love about Fairwinds is the fact that this credit union is really organized. Oh yeah. And the cool thing is that they are constantly innovating. They're bringing new features to their loan process. Okay, they have thought about how technology impacts their loan application process. This is really good. So when you apply with Fairwinds, just expect to have some great technology here. Whether you apply online or you apply through their app or you apply through their customer service, this is kind of cool. So you have personal loans. The APR starts at 8.45%. In terms of loan amounts maximum, they can go all the way to $100,000 if you have the right type of relationship with them. Okay, so besides personal loans, they have something called good loans. Okay, GOOD loan. So this is what they call your get out of debt loan with Fairwinds. Okay, and on those loans allow you to consolidate debt. So you can get APR that starts at 6.95%, and you can consolidate debts with an amount that goes all the way to $100,000. Okay, overall, Fairwinds is great if you qualify for this loan, and they also have a fast turnaround. Very important. Number 5, we have Logix. Our score 8.2 over 10. One thing we love about Logix is the fact that this institution is constantly innovating as well. They are constantly kicking ass. They bring new products to the market all the time. Okay, and so with Logix, you can get money for a lot of things. The only problem is that they actually are restricted geographically. That's really what the problem is. So you got to live in Arizona, California, in the District of Columbia, in Massachusetts, Maryland, Maine, New Hampshire, Nevada, or Virginia. So if you don't live in those states, you can't qualify. Other than that, this is a great loan. Okay, you have amounts that go all the way to $100,000. Rates can go as low as a 6.24% APR. You have fixed monthly payments and terms up to 84 months. Okay, and the cool thing is there are no prepayment penalties, so we love that. And if you have any question, it's just a lot better to call them. You can also apply online, or you can apply at a branch, or you can apply over the phone. Not a problem. They will take care of you. And you can call them 24 hours a day. Okay, 800-328-5328. 800-328-5328. One thing we love is that you also can use the Logix to take care of debt management. In other words, they have great borrower services in terms of education. They'll give you all the resources and tools you need to make sure that you are on the right path towards financial responsibility. Okay. And you have a system whereby you can actually evaluate your debt situation, identify your options, negotiate with creditors on your behalf. Okay, so they'll work with you to negotiate with creditors on your behalf and develop a plan to reduce your debt. Okay, so this is something they do on the side, but this could be helpful to you. Who knows? Number 4, we have here America's Credit Union. Our score 8.6 over 10. One thing we love with America's Credit Union is that the loan amounts are pretty decent. You're talking about $500 to $25,000. Okay, you can use a loan for a lot of things. You can use a loan for repairs, education, special projects, and even vacations. Okay, so the cool thing is you're not restricted. Okay, they also have the ability for you to skip a payment. So if you have an ACU loan, you may be eligible to skip some payments and use the extra cash for unexpected bills or other expenses. So this is kind of cool. And they have an online loan payment option also. Okay, and the what we love is that you're able to get your cash really fast. Okay, so $25,000, that's the maximum. And they have a loan protection program. So when you're facing let's say an unexpected life event, you can actually count on your loan protection program from ACU. Okay, so they also have a member's choice borrower security. ACU will cancel or reduce repayment of your loan debts if a protected life event happens to you as a borrower or co-borrower. In other words, this is like think about this as insurance. Okay, and protected life events include loss of life or disability, somebody dying, and involuntary unemployment. Okay, so this is what it is. Number 3, folks, we have here BlueFed. Our score 8.9 over 10. So when you think about BlueFed, I want you to think about a large loan amount that can go all the way to $100,000. We have seen people actually get loans for $250,000, personal loans, that is, from BlueFed. But you got to have the right relationship. Okay, you can use the money for a lot of things: home improvement projects, debt consolidation, medical and dental expenses. They're pretty open. Okay, you can use the cash for travel and vacation, not a problem. Okay, you can actually use the cash for a lot of things. The APR starts at 6%. Okay, and one thing you need to understand here is that BlueFed is really fast in terms of the loan disbursement. The only thing is they tend to ask lots of questions. They tend to ask for documentation. And if this is your first time applying with BlueFed, you just brace yourself, because they will ask you a lot of paperwork. Okay, I'm talking about your personal financial statements, your tax returns, your bank statements, your proof of income, your employer verification letter, and whatnot. Just be ready. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sorted Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation today about the top 10 credit unions that pull Equifax for large personal loans. Number 2, I have here Service Credit Union. Our score 9.5 over 10. What we love with Service Credit Union is that the loan amount is consequential. Okay, we're talking about $50,000. That's the maximum here. You have a APR that starts at 7.99%. This is really good. In other words, you are able to actually get a good loan at a good APR. This is kind of cool for your financial history here. Okay, and you can use the cash for a lot of things. They really don't have any restriction. They don't place any restriction on the use of loan proceeds. We're talking about vacation, travel, medical bills, debt consolidation, auto repairs, moving costs, wedding costs, and whatnot. Okay. In addition to the personal loan with Service Credit Union, you also have a personal line of credit, and they also have a relocation loan. This is really good. I mean, what we love is that the relocation loan is kind of cool for members of the military. Okay, so I mean, everybody knows that if you have family, I mean, been there, done that. So if you have a family, or if you have been in the military yourself, you know that life can be unpredictable, right? So it's good that the Service Credit Union actually covers this kind of relocation loan. This is really good. So overall, this is a great institution, great loan. If you need more information, just contact them at 1-800-936-7730. 800-936-7730. Number one, the best of the best in our view when it comes to credit unions that pull Equifax for large personal loans. Number one, PenFed. Our score, 9.8 over 10. So when you think about PenFed, you're thinking about a credit union that has a nationwide footprint. They have a national footprint, not a problem. And the cool thing is you don't have to have military affiliation to qualify. Okay, they'll take your ass, not a problem. Okay, they will accept your ass even if you are not a military person. Okay, you have an APR that starts at 5.49%, terms of up to 60 months. We're talking about 5 years here. Loans up to $50,000. One thing we love with PenFed is that they are relatively fast. Okay, they have no origination fees, no hidden fees. The process is pretty open. They will assign to you a loan rep who will discuss your options with you. Okay, and even cooler, you have a pre-qualification option, a soft pull. We love that part. And in contrast, Navy Fed, PenFed's direct competitor, doesn't have a soft pull process. So this soft pull process allows you to check your rates without harming your credit score. Okay, and you can actually see if you qualify, and you can select from multiple pre-approved offers, and you can receive your money in 1 to 2 business days after verification. And you can use the cash for debt consolidation, home improvement, transportation, medical and dental, life and events. They're really, really open, not a problem. So PenFed, our score, 9.8 over 10. Let me give you, I want to have a general discussion about credit unions that pull Equifax, because this is really important. And the focus should be on your Equifax credit report, right? Because you don't want to care about, obviously you care about what's on TransUnion and Experian. But if you want to focus on your Equifax only, make sure that you pull your Equifax credit report. You want to go through your credit reports line by line. I'm talking about granularity here. I'm not telling don't you rush and just get out of no. You want to do things step by step. You want to challenge any errors that you may find. Okay, try to get past due accounts off your reports if you have some. Been there, done that. You want to lower your credit utilization ratio. Okay, so all the credit cards that report to Equifax, you want to make sure that you really bring the balance down. You want to take care of outstanding collections. Okay, this is important. And after you're done, you repeat the steps that I just gave you. You got to do this periodically, because checking your credit report should be a constant challenge. It should be a constant concern. Okay. And one thing you need to understand is that you can use a loan for many reasons. Okay. So make sure that the reasons is legit. Okay. And so you need to decide if a credit union is right for you. Which one is right for you? And this has to do with your geography, your profession, your biology. Okay. Because credit unions have affiliation criteria or membership criteria. So the first thing you want to make sure is to make sure that your ass qualifies for credit union membership, for the particular membership you are seeking. Okay. And you want to seek out your options for credit union loans. You want to go for those credit unions that offer a pre-qualification. Okay. So when you think about comparing the loans, you want to actually go for a pre-qualification, so that I'm talking about having a soft pull. This is kind of cool because it allows you to actually preserve, as I said earlier, your credit score. Okay, not having all the dings that go that actually come because of a hard pull. No. And in comparing lenders, you want to think about things like APR, borrowing limits, repayment terms, credit requirements, the loan perks, the membership criteria, and the customer reviews. Okay. And the loan amount, the borrowing limit is really important. You saw, for example, that some credit unions will actually cap you at 25 grand, whereas PenFed, for instance, will cap you at $50,000. So this is important. So after you found the credit union that you like, it's important to apply to become a member. Okay, Generally, it's a lot better to apply at a branch because then you can talk to a rep. They can see you, okay, and they will want to see your government issued ID, your social security number, your address, your phone number, okay. And you want to expect a soft credit check when you apply for a credit union in general. So once your membership is approved, it is time to apply for your loan. Okay, so you got to first become a member before applying for the loan. And when we talk about applying for a loan, as I said before, our preference on this show is to apply face to face. You want to apply in person. You want to apply in person instead of doing things online and being taken care of by an algorithm. You want to go to a branch. You want to have a conversation before applying, so you can ask all questions that you have, and they will answer you. Okay. So when you really think about it, I'm giving you a code, a formula that you need to apply when it comes to personal loans from credit unions. Okay. And after you apply, just wait for the loan decision. Depending on the institution, it might take probably 1 day or 2 days or 3 days and even 1 week. It really depends on how your application is structured. Okay. But the whole thing is that you want to be patient. And boss, one thing I'm telling you is, and credit is personal credit or business credit. It is a game. Know the rules and play by the rules. Okay. And if you get denied, that's fine. This is not the end of the world. There are other institutions. Okay. You go back at it. You prepare again. You rinse and repeat. So if there is a problem with your loan application, they might deny your ass. But hey, listen, they by law, they have to tell you why they actually rejected you. And you just need to work on your rejection criteria. Is it because you have a bad FICO score? Is it because your income is low? Is it because you had some errors on the loan application? So really you want to work on those rejection criteria, so the next time you apply, you will be approved. And remember that there's always a reconsideration line that's available, similar to credit cards. You can try that too. Your odds of going through are kind of low, but you never know until you try. Let me give you a few pro tips here. Pro tips that will help you get the best loan from a credit union that pulls Equifax. You want to systematically check your credit reports. Okay, I don't care if you are in the 800s or you are in the 300s. You want to systematically check your credit report. There is a website called annualcreditreport.com that actually offers free credit reports from all 3 credit bureaus. Okay, but here you can check your data from TransUnion, Experian, but particularly Equifax, because we are focusing on credit union loans that pull Equifax. You want to compare APRs, really important. We are talking about what? We are speaking about looking at APRs, the lower limits and the higher limits, and see what kind of band we're talking about, what kind of delta are we talking about. Okay, you want to consider the risk if you have bad credits. Remember, if you have bad credits, you better have what? You better have a stronger relationship with the institution, because you can have a skinny ass credit score and expect the institution to give you money unless you have a strong relationship with them. That just makes sense. And when we talk about having a strong relationship, we're speaking about starting by having a direct deposit. You want to have direct deposit with them. You want to park some of your cash with them. So in other words, they have to see some cash inflows to believe that you will be able to repay them. Okay. And you want to look closely at the fees. If there are some fees, you want to look closely at the fees. We're talking about the APR, the repayment period. Okay. The monthly payments, origination fees, prepayment penalty. This is important. Okay. And you want to constantly you want to get pre-qualified. See, this is important. Okay. Again, I've said this before. You want to protect your FICO score, so get pre-qualified if possible, and do not accept the first loan offered to you. No. You always have a room to bargain. So you need to negotiate a little bit and try to see if you can get a better rate or a better term out of the whole thing. It's important. Okay. And don't take out the maximum loan possible. You have, let's say for PenFed, for instance, you have $50,000, But don't go for the 50 grand if you don't need the 50 grand. If you cannot afford to repay it, go for 25 grand, 30 grand. Be reasonable, okay? And really, do not skimp on payments. Very important to always pay on time, all the time. Before I close today's conversation, I want to share with you, I want you to check out our loan evaluation approach. We have a strong methodology in place when it comes to categorizing, reviewing, and listing all personal loans, including credit union personal loans. Don't you go anywhere. Check this out. Let's quickly recap today's conversation. So I've spoken to you about credit unions that pull Equifax for large personal loans. Number one, PenFed, 9.8 over 10. Number two, Service Credit Union, 9.5 over 10. Number three, BlueFed, 8.9 over 10. Number four, America's Credit Union, 8.6 over 10. Number five, Logix, 8.2 over 10. Number six, we have Fairwinds, 8 over 10. Number seven, Credit Human, we have 7.8 over 10. Number 8, we have Highway, 7.1 over 10. Number 9, we have NIH FCU, 6.8 over 10. And number 10, we have SDCCU, 6.3 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.